at any point in time from the beginning of history to today, did Warner Brothers rehire Ms. Heard for Aquaman 2?
No, because we just picked up her option.
Warner Bros. Has taken a drastic step towards Amber's legal drama, and a whole lot of Depp's fans are super excited with this news. What was the huge step? Could this be the end of Amber? Keep watching to find out. While the UK and US defamation trials were ongoing, Depp's fans resorted to a petition to remove Amber from the Aquaman franchise. An online petition to get her dropped from the sequel was also started towards the end of the legal proceedings, gaining 4.6 million signatures in a matter of weeks. The petition alleges that Heard was exposed as an aggressor by Depp during their multi-million-dollar court battle. But of course, Amber Heard furiously clapped back at claims she is being dropped from her $2 million role in the Aquaman sequel after it was reported that she was due to be cut from the movie and recast, just hours after the actress landed herself at the center of another scandal by repeating her allegations of DV against JD. In the wake of bitter backlash against the star over the interview, it was reported that the 36-year-old actress, who has already completed filming on the sequel to the 2018 sci-fi movie in which she starred alongside Jason Momoa, had officially been dropped from Aquaman 2, alleging that Warner Bros. Screen tested the movie, which is due to premiere in December, and concluded that Heard's scene should be reshot with another actress. Warner Bros. Decided to recast Amber Heard's role after screen testing the movie, a source claimed to the website. They are going to be doing reshoots with her former co-stars, Jason Momoa and Nicole Kidman. DailyMail.com has contacted Warner Bros. for comment. However, a spokesperson for Heard quickly shut down any rumors about their clients axing from the movie, telling DailyMail.com, "The rumor mill continues as it has from day one, inaccurate, insensitive, and slightly insane. But we don't think so." Serious doubts were already cast over Heard's future with the DC franchise amid her and Depp's marathon 6-week defamation trial, during which Warner Bros. Executive Walter Hamada testified that producers had already considered recasting the actress over concerns about her lack of natural chemistry with co-star Momoa. Hamada testified to the court that producers had to fabricate chemistry between the two actors, while admitting that the studio delayed announcing Heard's part in the sequel for weeks because of conversations about recasting her role. Editorially, they were able to make that relationship work in the movie. There was a concern it took a lot of effort to get there, he explained, noting that Warner Bros. Was considering someone with better, more natural chemistry with Jason Momoa and moved forward that way. Interestingly, it turned out that Depp and his fans had nothing to do with Amber's predicament. It was all Amber's fault. Hamada denied that Heard's $2 million payment for the role was impacted by anything that had been said about her by Depp or his lawyer Adam Waldman, after the actress's legal team claimed that she could have renegotiated her fee from $2 million for the first Aquaman movie to $6 million for the sequel had she not been spoken about negatively in the press. He also denied Heard's claims that her character, Mira, saw her role reduced dramatically during filming, including having an action scene taken away from her. Well, look at that. It's certain that Warner Bros. Had been on crossroads with Amber since day one. Under questioning from one of Depp's lawyers, he said that the character's involvement was what it was from the beginning. Hamada said that from the early stages of development of the script, the movie was building around the character of Arthur and Norm, played by Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson respectively. They were always the co-leads of the movie and not Heard. Hamada said the movie was always pitched as a buddy comedy between Jason Momoa and Patrick Wilson. Heard was eventually cast in the sequel, but her lawyers argued that she nearly lost her job and couldn't renegotiate for more money because of the backlash to the domestic violence allegations against her. Hamada appeared on video and testified that the abuse allegations played no role in the decision-making for Aquaman 2. However, he said that the studio delayed the choice for several weeks because it was considering whether to recast the role of Mira, who is Aquaman's love interest in the first film. The DC head testified that the duo seemed to pull it off on Aquaman, but that the film relied on post-production magic, including editing, sound design, and music, to help compound their chemistry, as the chemistry wasn't there.
Right. What, if anything, did Rob Cowan say to you about chemistry? What specifically about the chemistry between Amber Heard and Jason Momoa?
Just the fact that they didn't really have a lot of chemistry together. The reality is it's not uncommon on movies for two leads to not have chemistry, and that it's sort of movie magic and editorial, the ability to sort of put performances together, and with the magic of, a great score and how you put the pieces together, you can fabricate sort of that chemistry. And so I think at the end of the day, I think if you watch the movie, they look like they had great chemistry. But I just know that through the course of the post-production that it took a lot of effort to get there. Sometimes you don't. Sometimes it's very easy. You just put the characters on screen together and they work.
Hamed also testified that Heard's role in the film and her ability to renegotiate her compensation was not affected by her involvement in the dispute with Depp or any statements made by Depp's representatives. Heard was paid $1 million for the first Aquaman and $2 million for the sequel. This salary was consistent with her original contract. Still, Heard's agent testified that she should have been able to renegotiate for more money due to the worldwide success of the first film, and fans don't think so. A fan wrote, "The Aquaman series has been a total PR disaster. As much as Jason Momoa became more famous and big thanks to it, Amber Heard's presence has put a stain on the series. I do hope the rumors are true and that she was replaced for the second film." Another fan added, "All they had to do was replace Amber Heard Mira with any other actress, do the reshoots and announce the changes. But no, they kept her and tried to gaslight the whole world about who Amber Heard really is. They can eat this in any other movie they make. I'm tired of the superhero crap anyway." While another fan commented, "I wonder if there's some kind of contractual obligation in place that makes it where it's more trouble to get rid of her than it is to keep her in the film in some capacity. What other reason could there be to keep her when she's obviously hurting their bottom line?" And another fan concluded, "Won't watch it, but we'll watch other movies. W. Jason. It's not his fault that a WB Pictures casted an abuser as his co-star. Feel really bad for Jason as I know the movie will be an epic fail. ... But that will fall at the feet of WB Pictures as they choose not to recast. Write her out." But it gets interesting. It has been reported that DC is finally done with Amber, but the entertainment company has chosen to keep Jason Momoa in the DC franchise because why not? Buried within an explosive report that reveals Wonder Woman 3 is dead at Warner Bros. DC Studios is a rumor that Jason Momoa may be eyed to play Lobo, leaving his future as Aquaman in doubt. The 43-year-old actor will star in the upcoming sequel Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom, arriving in theaters December 25, 2023, though it has also been reported that that could be the last movie produced by the outgoing DC Studios regime. The report claims that the Lobo character has been mentioned in connection with Momoa, and the character is said to be the kind of character new DC Studios heads James Gunn and Peter Safran are focusing on. As expected, Momoa is more than pumped to have Gunn and Safran heading DC films. It shouldn't be too surprising given Momoa already gave his approval of Gunn taking over the DCEU. He expressed his excitement for the new leadership in the quest to make his dream project come true. Before he was cast as DC's favorite Atlantean king, the actor-producer repeatedly mentioned his desire to make a Lobo movie. With the recent turmoil going on at Warner Discovery, he's keeping his cards close just in case things don't pan out. Looks like he had already seen a future with Amber being his co-star. Too bad for Amber. Well, this means that it will be the end of Amber Heard in the DC movie. Apparently, Warner Bros. Need not be told about the outcome of the trial because everyone saw and heard what happened. So, it really wasn't surprising when the company decided to stop Aquaman 2 franchise as they know that it will lead to huge financial loss. But of course, Jason Momoa was the star of the entire Aquaman franchise, so they decided to keep in what happens to Amber. Well, the actress will likely be kicked off the bus before we know it. And although it might be bad news for Amber and her fans, Warner Bros. May be getting back its groove by this decision. See you next time for more entertainment.